Hi guys, welcome to today's tutorial, and in this video we'll be drafting the basic body using the Natalie Bray version. If you want to see how I made this, please stay tuned to the end. So guys, before we start the tutorial, we need to check the size of our client, the size our client will be using, in order to know the kind of proportion we'll be using for the client, especially if you have your measurements. As you can see, I have my measurement here, the bust, the waist and everything. So I have to look for the table size or the size charts where the bust, especially where it falls into. And checking this textbook right now, it falls into the size 22. That's the X size. That's the bust. You don't have to use the old measurement in the textbook. The most important thing is just the proportion. But if you are making a ready to wear, you can just use everything you see in the textbook. But if you have your client's measurement, you don't really need to use everything. All you need is the bust in order for you to know the proportion you'll be using for your client. So the first thing to do is to create a margin line. As you can see, I've done my off camera. Create a margin line in order for you to have a straight line. And now you're going to put your 0.0 according to the book. 0.0, my own is 4.5, so I'm going to measure 4.5 on the paper from that end, then trying to make a straight line. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here. We're trying to make a straight line so that everything will be straight. When you're making a pattern drafting, every line must be straight. Every line must be equal. So after rolling, I'm going to measure that line and I'm going to label it the neckline. So the next thing we need to check is our bust line. So to get your bust line, check your size, and for this size I'm working on is 24.5 cm. So I'll be marking 24.5 cm on the paper and I will roll it across, so and I will label it bust line. So the next thing to get is our half length, and that is CB length. So you will check the size on the table again in order to get your CB length. Or if you measure your client, you can use the one you've measured from your neck to your waistline. That is the half length. According to the size here, it is 44 cm. So I will mark 44 cm from the 0 point down. Note that whatever measurement you are measuring from the back is always start from 0.0. But right now, from the 44 that I measured, I'm going to measure 22 cm down, and it is constant. It is for every size, 22 cm down from your half length, and that will give us our hip line. And that is what I'm trying to do right now. So right now we have the neckline, the back line, the waistline, and the hip line. And the hip line, like I said earlier, is 22 cm and it is constant. That is from the waistline to the hip line. It is 22 cm and it is constant. So the next thing to do is to get our back line. To get your back line, it's going to be the midpoint between your neckline and your bust line. So look for the midpoint between those lines. If it's like 11.5, try to approximate it. If it's like 10.5, try to approximate it to the next number. Let it be an even or an equal number. Let me just put it that way. So that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get our back line, then I will roll it across also. So the next thing for us is to get our shoulder line, and to get our shoulder line, you're going to mark 3 cm from the neckline. As you can see in the video, 3 cm downward. It is constant. It is for all sizes, and you're just going to roll it across. Guys, if you notice, we're just doing the vertical line all through, so just be patient with time with the necessary calculation. And guys, please, if you are yet to subscribe, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell. And if you have any question to ask concerning this pattern or any fashion related question, put in the comment section and I will surely answer you. So now what we are trying to do right now is to divide the back measurement divided by 2, and we're going to label it on the back line, on the bust line, and also on the shoulder line. We're going to connect the back divided by 2 on those lines I just mentioned. Then we'll connect the 3 lines together. So now we are going to measure our neck measurement on our neckline. According to the textbook, is 8.5, and I'll be measuring it on the neckline. And if you're wondering where to get this textbook from, this textbook is online. You can get a copy of it online on their website, and I'll put the link in my description box so that you can just click on it and try to check out the textbook, the sizes. I bet it's going to be useful for you. So the next thing after that is to extend our shoulder line by 2 cm, which is also constant, and we'll label it SP, that is shoulder point. Then we'll connect the shoulder point to the neck point. And the next thing we are going to do right now is to get our UP, that is our underarm point. And to get underarm point, you will check your back up, and according to this size here, the back up is 7 cm, so I'll mark it on my bust line. Automatically I'm extending my bust line, and I'll label it UP, that is the underarm point. And again, we will mark from the back line downward 3 cm, and also from the bust line where we measure the back measurement, I will measure 3 cm slantly. I'll measure it on that place. The 3 cm I measured, they are constant, guys. They are constant. They're just like a guideline for us to measure our armhole. And we're going to connect the SP, that's the shoulder point, to the 3 cm and the other 3 cm and to the UP using our curve ruler like you're seeing in the video. Then guys, after that, don't forget your neckline. Use the curve ruler to also draw your neckline out. The next thing to do, guys, is to connect our hip to the UP. So before we do that, we need to get our hip measurement. Is always the hip divided by 2 plus 3, because my hip is bigger than my bust. In some cases, if your bust is bigger than your hip, you will use your bust divided by 2 plus 5. That 3 is ease on the hip. It just is like an allowance for you in case of any issue. And if it's for the bust, you're going to add 5 cm, and that 5 cm will be for ease also. And you know, we are working with half of our back, and we also be working with half of our front, so we divide whatever we get divided by 2. So if you divide half of your hips divided by 2 plus 3, whatever is going to give you, you're going to divide it into 2 again on the paper and measure it at the back, and we'll also measure it for the front too. So we connect our measurements, our UP, that's our armhole. By measuring this, you will be seeing the shape already. at the back. Can you see we're already getting the shape already, just that we have some excess of the waist, and I promise you we'll get to that. And this is our back, basic back measurement, guys. We are done with the back already, and let's move to the front pattern, the front side. I hope you understand this particular part. If you don't understand, guys, put it in the comment section. I would love to answer your questions. So guys, what I'll be doing in this front part is just to extend those lines that we draw at the back, the hip line, the waistline, and also the bust line, and we'll continue with the other measurements properly. So for the front, the point zero will be started from the upper part. That's where we're going to start the point zero from. So from point zero, we measure 4 cm. For a large size, we measure 4 cm, but for a smaller size, you measure 4.5, and also we measure 8 cm. For a smaller size, we measure 7.5, but for a larger size, you measure 8 or 8.5. Then we measure our neck line, our leg measurement, and put it to the front. So we measure the 8.5 we have at the back, we measure it and draw it across, just like so. Then we will connect it on the line, and that will be our basic neckline for the front, just like so. So the next thing we are going to do after that is to measure 16.5 on that 4 that we measured earlier, and the 4 we measured earlier is our shoulder point. That's our shoulder line point. So we are going to measure 16.5 on that line, and that 16.5 is a guideline, guys. It's just for a guideline. So we are going to measure it just like so on that line. I hope you guys understand. So next thing we're going to do from the shoulder point, guys, the neck point rather, we're going to mark 22 to 21 cm. It's also like a guideline, but we'll get back to that later. But we'll make sure that that particular line we draw from the neck point is touching the shoulder line. Next thing is on the bust line, you measure 4 cm upward, and that 4 cm will be our chest line, guys. It is constant. From the bust line, just measure 4 cm upward and roll it across. And also on the bust line, measure 4 cm downward, and that 4 cm downward will be our true bust line. So we'll be having our chest line and also our true bust line. Then we'll just roll it straight across. And next thing to do is to get our dart, and before we get our dart, we also need a guideline. So we'll divide our chest divided by 4, and whatever it gives us, we're going to measure it on our bust line and roll it upward. So like you can see in the video, I'm trying to measure it on my bust line, then I will roll it upward on the line upward. Just look at it, guys. I'm just trying to measure it so it can be as equal as possible. Like I've told you, drafting the pattern, you must make sure that your lines are equal. So on anything I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to make sure that everything is equal. So after rolling it across, I will come down from the bust line and I will roll 2 cm downward also. I just want to make the line longer. That will be my X point. Then just like that, guys. And the next thing we will do is from that line that will roll upward, we are going to mark 2 cm. We're going to mark 2 cm from the line we roll across. Like I told you, this line is a guideline, and that's what I'm trying to write there for you guys to see, is a guideline. So the next thing we'll do is to mark the 2 cm inward. This 2 cm too is also like a guideline. That is where our dart is going to start from, guys. If you notice, a lot of guidelines in the front pattern and they are constant. It is used for all sizes. So you just roll the 2 cm downward like so, then check your dart measurement on your pattern and roll it. And here my dart is 10.5, so I'm going to roll it on that line, then connect it to the line below just like so, and that makes it our dart. So the next thing we are going to do, guys, is to get our shoulder measurement, and this my shoulder measurement here is 14.5 plus my dart, the dart on the shoulder line we are looking at just right now, the 10.5. We calculate it together in order to get our shoulder. Remember that with time we are going to fold that dart and we are going to do the shoulder. So if we not add it, it's going to affect the shoulder when we fold the dart. So we need to add the dart and the shoulder together just to extend the shoulder line. And here I have about 25 cm. It's longer than the initial 2 to 23 I asked us to put there. Sometimes it can be longer, sometimes it might be shorter, depending on your shoulder length and your dart. And moving on from there, we are going to measure our chest line. To get our chest line, you measure your chest, the dart on your chest, just measure it. You can write it down or keep it somewhere. Then you divide your chest divided by 2, your chest measurement divided by 2 plus the dart we measured on the paper. And here my chest is 46, so I'm going to divide 46 divided by 2 and I will plus it with the measurement I have on the paper. Like you can see, that's what I'm trying to do. Then you connect the shoulder point to the chest point like so, guys, and also extend it down. Make sure it's straight, and that is it, guys. So the next thing we are going to do is to get the guideline for the armhole, and here the guideline is 1.5 cm. Remember that the one at the back was 3 cm, but for the front we are going to be doing 1.5 cm. And also we get the midpoint between the SP and the CHP, that's the shoulder point and the chest point, and also with 1 cm like so. And this will be a guide for our armhole like so. So the next thing we do before we connect those lines together is to get our UP. And to get our UP here, we are going to divide our bust divided by 2 plus 5 minus whatever we have at the back. Like whatever we have at the back, that's from the back measurement to the UP at the back. We are going to do that together. So you measure whatever you get on the bust line, just like so, like what you're seeing in the video, guys. If you're yet to subscribe, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bell, and also put some loving comments in the comment section. I would love to read from you guys, and if there's any tutorial you want me to do, guys, just put it in the comment section and I will surely do that for you guys. I love to be here and I hope you guys are enjoying it. And right now we'll just connect the hip line, like I said earlier, to the UP, just like what we did at the back. So the next thing is for us to connect our neckline, or to draw our neckline, and before that we need a guideline as usual. Our guideline here is 3 cm, slightly 3 cm. So after that you just connect your neck point to that 3 cm to the basic neckline using your cuff ruler, guys. Cuff ruler is very important. So the next thing for us is to fold our shoulder in order for us to get our right shoulder. So we'll fold our that, sorry, in order for us to get our right shoulder, just like so. All we do is just fold that, connect the dart to the next dart together, like with the other edge of the dart, connect it together, roll it across to connect to the shoulder. Can you see that it's not equal? So you roll it together, then you use your tracing wheel to trace that particular place so that you can have your lines together, just like so, guys. You can just use your pencil to just trace it out so that it can be bold enough for you to see. Also, guys, don't forget to connect your armhole. So you connect your SP to the 1 cm we got earlier, and also to the chest point, touching the 1.5 cm, 1.5 cm, and the UP. They are very, very important. Use your cuff ruler, guys. Our basic body pattern is almost ready. The only thing left is the back dart. So what you need to do is to measure where your front dart starts from, like so. Just measure it and put it at the back, just like you're seeing what I'm doing. Just measure it like that, then put it at the back, just like so. Then measure your shoulder length on the back minus your real shoulder on the sides. My shoulder is 14.5 minus my shoulder at the back, and that is it, guys. And whatever you get, guys, you measure it on your shoulder from that line that you marked. You measure it. So let's just calculate it right now and see. My measurement is 14.5 minus 15.3. So I'm going to have like 0.6. okay, so 0.6. So I'm going to put it on that dart that you've seen. Then I will divide 0.6 into 2, like so. That's what I'm trying to do in this video. So I'll divide it by 2, and I'll make the dart 8 cm long, and I will connect my darts together. It's 8 cm long, then I'll connect the 2 that have divided together. Guys, that's it, guys. So we are done with the front basic pattern. All we are left to do is to shaping our waist to what we want. But basically this pattern right now can make a free top if you don't want to have any shape or anything. This particular top, this particular pattern can make that. But next thing we are going to do is our waist shaping. So the first thing we need to do is to get our true waistline. So for someone that is large, for a large size, you can use 1.5 or 1.2 at the CF, that's the center front. But for someone slimmer, you can just use your 1 cm like that, then you connect. So whatever you have, if you use 1 cm at the CF, on the side seam, that's at the side of the pattern, you're going to use half of whatever you use on that side too, just like so. So it's going to give you that slanting look, kind of, it's not going to be a straight line again. So what I like here, I use 2 on this waist because it's a large person, and on the side I use 1 cm, the other side I use 1 cm, so it's going to be equal on the other side. Then you just slant it through to the back, just like so. So the next thing we need to do is to get to where we are going to shape on our waist, and so we are going to divide our back measurement divided by 4, then we'll roll it. So guys, whatever you are rolling must be on the true waistline, and the length of the darts will be, for the upper part to be 12 to 13 cm, and for the down part it's going to be between 13 to 15 cm depending on the size you are working with. But right now I'm using 15 cm, and the upper part I'm using 13 cm for the back, and we are going to repeat the same thing to the front measurement. Just as the front measurement, we are going to divide the chest divided by 4 like we did at the back. We did back divided by 4, but for the front we are going to do chest divided by 4 and repeat the same length we did for that length on the front pattern. So the next thing we are going to do is shaping our waist. So you're going to minus whatever is on the paper minus half of your waist. So we are going to measure the excess on the paper like I'm doing right now. I'm trying to measure the front excess, and also I will measure the back excess, and I'll add them together and minus it with my waist measurement, like half of my waist measurement. So after I've done that, guys, I have 14.4 as excess that I'm going to remove from this paper right now. So normally my back is always 2 cm. I always use 2 cm because you don't want the back to be extra too big or extra too slim. So it is mostly everybody used to cm at the back, and whatever I'm going to use to the side seam of the front is what I'm going to use for the side seam of the back. And right now I'm using 2 cm at the side. I'm just trying to minus whatever I've used on the paper and just to divide the old darts before doing all the whole what will I call it, before doing the whole shaping. I try to calculate it before doing the whole shaping, so I'll just divide everything that I needed on the dart, just like so. At this point, I'm trying to shape my waist, but guys, note when I'm trying to shape my waist, I didn't allow the dart to get to the bust line because I don't want anything to affect the bust we've calculated. So I stopped directly on the bust line. I didn't cut across the bust line. The same thing with the waist, the one at the center. I just used the line that we did initially, that we divided initially, and that's what I'm going to use, like so. And also for the front part, when I'm making it, that I make sure that I didn't go across the true bust line because I don't want it to affect our bust line at all, or while sewing inside it not affect our bust, just like so, just like what you're seeing right now. I'm going to just divide it, but I won't allow it to touch, to to touch my bust, my true bust line at all. And guys, that is all about the basic bodies we've done so far. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do you want more of this video? Put it in the comment section. And if there's any question you want me to answer, please put it in the comment section also. I really enjoyed doing this, guys, and if you want more of this, let me know in the comment section also. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share my videos, and also turn on your notification bell, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.